I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. I wanted to catalyze all the boiled linseed oil on the surfaces of these parts, so I put a little additional heat on them last night. Usually it takes about 24 hours, but if I put a light bulb on it and actually get it to cook it a bit, it can go in 12. So now I have the fence coated, the tote, the knob, and the spare knob just because I was doing them. The next step is to put some wax on the surface. Cuts down the shine a bit and makes it a little bit more waterproof. Boiled linseed oil by itself is not really waterproof. It's water resistant, but it's not waterproof. Putting the wax on it doesn't make it waterproof either, but it sure does make it a lot more water resistant. Now, what all this has been working up to, I finally get to do the assembly. In order to get the handle on, I need to remove the blade and these screws. Make sure my screwdriver is going to fit into the slot just the way I want it to. Yep, doesn't stick out either side and goes completely to the bottom. Put the handle screw here in the toe of the tote before I tighten everything down. Snug that down properly. Good solid grip. Now the same thing with the knob, except it doesn't have the additional screw. A little wax in there from where I waxed the screws. Once I polished the brass, I wanted to keep it shiny, and keeping oxygen away from it is just as important as keeping oxygen away from the steel, otherwise it corrodes. This one's a little easier to reach. Now, it's not important, but I like to have the screw heads lined up so that they're all facing the same direction. The only one I can't do that with is this one, because this one is totally dependent upon the thickness of the stack up. If I tried to make this one line up with the screws in the tote and the handle and the knob, I probably would knock the alignment out on the stack up, and it either would be too tight or too loose. So I don't bother with that one. If it lines up, that's serendipity. Now with the knob engaged and the tote in place, I can slide the blade down. Now the blade hasn't been sharpened. But there we have a number 8, fully assembled. Not adjusted, but fully assembled. Now, just because I got it with this fence on it, I'm going to put the fence back on it for purposes of photography. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.